Hey there, everybody. My name is Monkey Shrapnel. Oh god, I'm gonna get the hiccups. I'm doing my intro from the guys of the games. Back with some more. I almost said Final Fantasy 9. Jeez. Back with some more Diablo 2 Resurrected. And today I'm fiddling with my microphone settings. Well, a couple of settings actually, but hopefully I will be less mic peaky today, because it's funny how quickly, like, my volume was set at 75%. I changed it to 70, and that 5% seemed to make a pretty big difference. So I shouldn't be peaking the mic today. Like, the thing is that because I'm playing a game that's, mouse and keyboard, I'm kind of naturally hunched over at my, at my mouse and keyboard. Whereas when I was playing Final Fantasy 9, I'm playing with the controller, so I tend to sit back a little more. But I found that doesn't actually make all that much of a difference in the retrospect as far as how this mic works. Like, the only thing that it really seems to do is it makes it more obvious that I'm not next to my mic. You hear a bit more of an echo, if that makes sense. I've also tweaked the audio a little bit. So right now my game audio is at, I think, 5035. Usually I have it at 175, so this will be slightly less peaky too. I don't know why it's like that. It's just something about Bandicam, the way it records, seems to really like the volume kind of peaking everything if you don't like manually turn it down somewhere along the way. Which maybe I'll fiddle around with that next time too. The funny thing is I used to think okay, what I'll do is I'll just lower the volume of my computer like through the master volume thing, but apparently I'm stupid, and the Bandicam doesn't actually care about that. But even though I've been doing that for years at this point, I've just never realized it because it never usually was an issue. But yesterday, when I was recording part 2, I turned it way down, and it didn't affect the audio at all. And that's the point when you realize, wait a minute, am I really that stupid? Yes. Yes, I am. Alright, so, I did some, it's funny, I never looked at my quest log until now. I did some, farming off screen. We're level 17 now because it took me forever just to get 2 freaking Tau runes. I don't know why my luck with Tau runes is terrible. I don't even have any extras after all that. Or, I mean the Eth runes, rather. I have at least one of every. In fact, I kept finding 2 runes of all things, but we have no extra runes. So, unfortunately, oh, actually, I can put this on now. There we go. The big one. But, I need another, Eth rune for the rune word I want to make for my Merc. The Malice rune word that I'm going to make in this scythe here, because, like, why not? And I can't, well, but, that should be an issue once I get the cube. Because I should be able to just cube these. I mean, if I really want to. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Maybe we'll just find something else. I don't know. But, level 17. I don't think anything I got really was upgraded all that much. I mean, I can use this. I got these gloves, which give me some pretty good gold find. Got a magic ring, which isn't particularly great anyways, like, at the end of the day. But, you know. I got a heal stamina 50% boots. Wow, really moving up on the world. And other than that, I'm pretty much just using all the same stuff. Like, nothing much really changed other than just I got more stuff. But, let's go slay some sewer lurking demons. Good old sewers. Alright, so you can see immediately once I get the Act 2, you can see my damage is starting to fall down a little bit with my thing. So I'll probably start focusing more on the demons to do their damage. Okay, so I'm gonna assume if it's not up here, then it's probably just in the top left somewhere. Oh, maybe it's going down here. That's probably the stairs then. Just a bit more involved. These sewers level 2 are always so weird. Like, it's almost always here, but it'll be some variation, but sometimes it just isn't. Get over there. I really do like the ability to just teleport my guys. Yeah, you can immediately see how much money I'm suddenly getting now. Like, the jump into Act 2, like, the stat increase in Act 2. Act 2 is when, like, the game stops being baby mode, basically. Oh, there's another mana potion. I will go ahead and guzzle that down. Alright, let's see another mana recharge right now. Revolutionary. Yeah, I really do like the ability to reposition these guys. And I found out that another thing that's kind of useful when I was running around in the Countess Tower is that if there's monsters near the entrance, right? What'll happen is the tainted guy will just stand still and start shooting at them, and then my other two guys are stuck in him, so they can't move. But if I teleport them, that's not an issue, so that does solve that problem, funny enough. That's also kind of a problem in vanilla with the Necromancer, because, you know, the mages will do the same thing, but... technically, I could deal with that by just having both of my guys be tainted. There's nothing stopping me from just focusing on one. Like, if you're gonna focus on one, it's probably... I don't know, like, it's probably best to focus on the Goat Man if you were gonna actually just focus on one, because physical damage is just easier to work with. But, you know, the Tainted does have the utility of being a ranged guy, and, you know, his fire aura is honestly pretty nice. Just having an extra source of resistances. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention, like, yeah. I got the Act 2 merc, of course. I got a prayer one, because frankly, the attack rating and defense one just don't seem particularly useful for this character, so I got prayer, because, like, why not? Bit of extra healing early on is nice. And I have the replenished life belt too, so I actually have a decent amount of passive healing right now. It's not a ton or anything, but it's like, it's, you know, it's enough to work with. It's something to actually keep in mind. Let me go see if this is, I'm going back on myself too quick, like I should check if this is actually the waypoint. I don't think that is, but that is another spot. That might be the waypoint though, yep. Sure is, alright. I have noticed some other interesting things, like I think the Goat Man seems to have the ability to stun, even though that's not mentioned in his skill description at all. Like, let me double check this. Like, it says he has a chance of crushing blow, and he just has, you know, attack speed and whatnot, but I noticed that eventually he was like, if I casted him from after a skill shrine, he started like doing like this thing, like it looked like he was using like the barb skill concentrate, like he was getting that effect above his head, but then he was stunning dudes. Like, not all the time, but just like sometimes. It was weird.
How may I help you?
I don't know what was causing that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, by the way, so pay attention to this skill here. Look how it's Ring of Fire right now, right? If I go into the shop menu and hover over something, look, it just changed. It's back to normal attack. If I exit out and kind of walk around a bit, it'll eventually change back to Ring of Fire. It's like, I think the game is bugged right now in the way that the game recognizes skills from items. It seems to want to like not recognize them depending on what you're doing. When I hover over certain things in my inventory, it just like forgets. Specifically, it seems to be like equipment. Like charms are fine. If I talk to Kane, sometimes it goes back to normal, but not always. I have no idea. Like, when I sell something, it goes back to normal, but then if I hover over certain things in my inventory again, like a weapon, it forgets again. Including in, like, this menu here, too. Like, basically, if it's anything that goes in, like, one of the weapon slots, it seems like. Like, it's so weird. I have no idea what's causing it. If I sell something, it fixes it. It's like, it doesn't... That's definitely a bug. It's something about the way it's refreshing is bugged, basically. It's quite a unique bug, let's say. That's kind of funny. To be fair, the game has always had problems with that. There's lots of weird minor legacy bugs related to that in the old classic Diablo 2, and probably still in the game if you know where to like look for it. But It's just because like the game doesn't always update it at the right time because like, well, that's kind of just a limitation of the item skill. It's why when you level up, right, like it'll refresh it for seconds. And that's why like when you level up, when you have like, you know, skeletons as a necromancer, some of them will die. Because any points you have in skills from items, get refreshed when you level up for like a frame or something like that. Like not enough, like it's not enough that you'll notice. It might not even be a frame. Like it might just be during the calculation, it just forgets for just like a brief iteration. Not enough to like even notice as a player, but like it'll kill your skeletons off, right? Hey, look at that, a room already. Oh, nice. Okay, you guys need to drop more mana potions, otherwise I'm gonna have to start just buying them. I mean, that's not that big a deal, but, like, how much am I getting? I'm getting, I do have fast regenerate now, which is nice. Always a nice affix to have. Like, in a way, it's funny to me that, like, stealth almost feels like a quality of life armor in a way. Like, it gives all these benefits that don't really help you that much, but are just, like, extra, like, nice things to have. That room over there does look a little sus. I'll go check it out. It's kind of funny, you can kind of see over to the other side there, from there. I'm not sure if you can even do that in vanilla. Is that like a new thing in the Resurrected? I have no idea how that stuff works. Like the way that the tiles draw in is always like one of those things that's like who knows? Anyways, get over here, guys. Smack them up. These guys are both still level 1, by the way. Like, they're still, stupid strong. Alright, sounds like a rat just, like, died. I think it's because I hit the rat nest. Alright, tell me... He's over here. We live again. Get him! Well, I never turned on no pickup. That's alright, though. Get him! There we go. Rudiment the Fallen. All that jazz. What's that? I can't hear you. It's extremely loud and you're talking too soon. I don't know why that's a bug that was introduced. It's gotta be because of the tick rate increase. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Alright, now let's get our discount. Hooray.
It is an honor to serve you.
Also, thing of bullets I picked up apparently. Yep. Alright, let's go get that cube. Why don't you get downgraded? I mean, that's one of those nice little quality of life things Median XL has. I guess that's not really a quality of life thing. That's an actual, like, hard gameplay change that you can downgrade runes by just... If you cube a rune by itself, it just goes down to the lower tier. But that isn't just... Like, I almost called it a quality of life thing. Like, that's not really. That's an actual, like, gameplay change. I think I'm gonna keep this point because I'm gonna put a point to the Defiler. I'm kind of curious about the Defiler. So, summons a Defiler that binds enemy souls together to take shared damage. So basically, it links monsters together, and I'm noticing that he doesn't have an attack because he doesn't have any damage numbers. So I think that's all he does. Is he basically links monsters together so that they share damage. And that's kind of interesting because I can imagine that that would be really good for characters with strong single target skills. I could imagine, like, Flame Wave and Blood Boil. I might do some shopping here, like, probably not this episode, but once I level up and, like, I'm gonna look into getting, you know, doing more, let's say shrine stuff, like, looking into getting better gear so I don't have to rely on this thing that has, well, because once I stop using this fire skill, it's not gonna be doing that much. Whoops! I did the thing. Alright. Get him! Like, it's funny because, like, even when the damage is, even though the damage is kind of falling off a bit, it's still useful because it just pushes things around. Like, it's just funny how, like, insanely good of a utility that is. Oh, so I feel like, even though it doesn't mention it, it feels like the Tainted Fireball has an AoE to it. Like, it definitely, I'm like 99% sure it hits multiple enemies, because it definitely, like, looks like it hits, like, multiple dudes when they stand together, because I see multiple fire effects pop out of them. Alright, there we go. Hey, we actually found the way to the Dry Hills really quick, for once. You know, it's funny. I don't know how good urns are as like a thing to open, but like there's something weirdly satisfying about breaking them open. You know. All right, get him. Dude, the Act 2 mercs really do just kind of explode in damage when you first get them. Because like just giving him a good two-handed weapon, like just this scythe, and it like adds to his damage. Like it's just stupid strong. Like, the rogue mercs now kind of become pretty good later on. Because they get access to, like, a higher tier skill. Like, exploding and freezing arrow are pretty good skills to give them. But, like, right now, the rogue mercs damage is pretty low. Whereas this guy just immediately, like, explodes in damage. Because, like, especially because he's immediately using jab, which is just giving him, like, multiple high damage hits. Like, right now the damage of jab is actually lower than default, but it's like, I think, I mean, I say multiple, I think for mercs it's only 2 hits though, right? That's a thing. The player version of jab is 3 hits, but the monster version is only 2 hits for some reason. Oh, whoops, let me, boop, and boop. The classic, you gotta skill shrine and resummon your guys so that they get stronger. Like, let me look. Like, it does not mention anything about that in here. I wonder if, probably not, given that. But it's like, I'm almost in, like, the back of my head thinking, like, it doesn't mention anything here. Like, I don't know. I swear I was seeing him do that. Well, let's pay attention because I summon under a higher skill. But I wonder if, because he has, I think that's a halberd? No. Is that? I forget what those are called. Is that what those are called? Maybe. It's like a halberd or like bardish. I don't even know how to pronounce that word. It's one of those words I've seen, you know, plenty of times in the game, but I don't know how to actually pronounce it. The thing where it's basically like a pull arm, and it's like a... It's a spear axe, basically, right? That's what it is. Oh, these are this is a boss group. And they're just, like, dead. Alright, drink these potions, replace these potions, you know, yada yada, all that jazz. I'll wander around here down for the wander around here down. Jeez. English is a funny language because, like, even though I said it so horribly, you probably still kind of understand what I meant. Oh, is that the next way? That definitely is. Alright. I'm kind of noticing, too, you can see the classic Diablo 2 bug where, when my tainted guy shoots a fireball at a demon and kills it, the fireball just kind of goes through it. Yeah, see, look! He's doing like a thing. What the hell? You can see the effect above him. It looks like he's using concentrate. Like, that is not mentioned in the skill at all. Alright, let's go look for the waypoints. Nice key. The classic key inside a chest. But yeah, like, what was I talking about? The tainted fireball bug. It's not really specific to the tainted. It's true of not every projectile spell, but a lot of them. A lot of, like, the ones that are just like a basic shoot forward projectile do that thing. Like, see, look, he's stunning them. Like, what is that? Where, like, when it kills them, the projectile goes through client side, so, like, it looks like it's going through, but server side it doesn't. So it's purely just a visual thing. There's no actual projectile happening there. It's just a funny way that it works. There's the waypoint. I'll take it. Alright, cane. I don't actually have anything. I haven't picked anything up. Watch this. Boom! Oh, it doesn't happen in the stash, apparently. That's funny, actually. It only seems to happen when I sell something, too, for some reason. Like, look. I didn't... Actually, I did sell a potion, but I didn't sell, like, equipment, I guess. Maybe that's what it is? It's like when you sell a piece of equipment, it causes the game to get confused. No idea why, but, I guess that's just how it goes. Alright. Let us enter the halls of the dead. Get over there and smack him up. Hey, a tier room. How quaint. Good old hollow ones. These guys are, definitely one of those, like, fun enemies, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, even though they're kind of annoying for, I imagine, a lot of scenarios, but it's like, it's hard not to enjoy the idea of having, you know, fighting basically an enemy necromancer that's just, like, resurrecting guys and then throwing out holy bolts at you. And having his poison breath and, like, they just look cool and have, like, all that personality to them. You know, it's a good enemy. Honestly, I think secretly one of the coolest things is that they're an enemy that actually uses Holy Bolt to heal, too, right? Because they'll shoot one at you, and if it hits one of their guys, it'll heal them instead, right? Like, that's a cool effect, you know? Get him! I guess that's gonna make me go back myself, but, what can you do? Well, there's like no enemies in the room, so apparently it doesn't really matter that much, huh? So apparently, like, the goat guy just gets, like, extra attacks at higher levels. I have no idea what he's doing, but... you know, he's doing it. I think it's funny that they even gave this place a waypoint. Like, I get that it's 3 floors, but it's like, how many people ever use this waypoint or even care about it, you know? You come in here and then you just blast whatever's happening and then you get the cube. And especially because you don't even need to come back here in higher difficulties. Because the cube works in all difficulties, so it doesn't really matter that much. Get over here. Man, you used to get so much value out of that push. Like, even if this skill was just a knockback skill, it would honestly be pretty useful. Ooh, I'll take it for now. Fast hit recovery and mana on a shrine? Like, sure. Charm. Take it. Alright, let's go find the kitty cats. Man, you know, the extra mana does help. Plus, like, not only is it more mana to cast, but it makes my mana regen faster. That lets me spam my fireballs more. Imagine that. Maybe he's using barb skills? Like, because he's using concentrate. Or, that's not berserk, is it? I don't remember. Berserk doesn't look like that, does it? Or is that... Actually, that is what Berserk looks like, isn't it? Is it? I don't remember, but, like, I'm confused. That's all. Like, what is he doing, you know? Whatever. Blood Oath and Gorge. Oh, yeah. Huh. These skills, like, all kind of feed into each other, huh? Blood Oath improves the power of my Tainted. Putting points to the Tainted improves the power of Blood Oath. And then Blood Oath improves the power of Blood Oath. Or Blood Boil improves the power of Blood Oath. So there's a bit of a triangle going on here. The Defiler sounds interesting, but, like, I think the problem to me with the Defiler from what I'm hearing right now is that you only have a limited amount of guys you can actually have, so it might be kind of tricky to fit that in. I'm gonna go back to town because my guy's dying because he got super poisoned. His super poison actually wore off, but whatever.
It is an honor to serve you.
Faster caster and lightning resist. I like the magic damage reduced by 1 though. Like that goes pretty far early on. So we'll keep that. Alright. Alright, kitty cats, where you at? What's the name of the saber cats that are guarding the cube? Isn't it like Serena or something? No, Serena is the rogue that blocks the book. I forget what the name of the cat is. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. Alright. We leveled up. Oh, hey, we leveled up, so, let me just, I think it's starting to look like I should start putting points into that, yeah. Put a point into the Defiler, and I guess... Does the Defiler actually give us energy to anything? It doesn't look like it, so... There's also Bind Demon, which... So, like, you have the ability to bind demons yourself. But also, given that the way that this is described, this makes me wonder if the idea is... Is this a conversion skill? Like, I'm not sure. I'm kind of curious. If the Defiler had anything, it would be, like, probably, like, in here, you would think? It doesn't look like the Defiler actually gives a synergy to anything, though, surprisingly. Well, whatever. Let's put a point to that into Blood Boil now. Blood Boil actually does more damage right off the bat, and it has a pretty big radius. So I guess let's put into that now. So let's put into Blood Boil. So now I have to cast that on my guys, basically. But it's a big boom. And like, I guess that's why you give them more life, so that they can kind of regen that off. I like the idea of it though. So it's like the idea is you move your guys around with Death Mark and then you blow them up. It's definitely a cool idea. Honestly, if you're gonna give us a skill that blows them up, I almost kind of wish they didn't have the ability to move them around, because I always like the idea of having to actually work with the AI, you know? Like, if you can just move it around, it almost becomes kind of lazy, you know? Because it's like, I can just do this and then pop them, you know? How much of their life does it do right now? It does 15%, which is actually, like, not that much. Their health bar barely even moves when I do it, so like it's pretty good. If I start doing it multiple times, it starts getting noticeable, but otherwise, yeah. Definitely a cool idea for a skill though. Like regardless of my belly aching, you know, it's a good idea. You know, you build up your weird smorgasbord of assorted demons, and then you blow them up. And like, as long as you build your guys to be tanky, it's not even that big a deal. I didn't even look at their names. I don't know what the name of the cat is now. Whoopsies. It's funny. Now, you have quite a treasure there in that Herodric cube.
You have quite a treasure there in that Herodric cube.
Blessings to you.
Every time I say it, it gets more and more exaggerated. Alright, put our gems away. Actually, let's Control Shift left click to move into cube. Boom. Oh, I see. Now that we have the cube unlocked, you can just cube from the menu. Oh, wow. That is actually incredible quality of life. That is really nice to have. So if I control shift or right click, you'd move 3 in there. Control left click to move to inventory, or control shift left click to move to stack tab. There. Neat. Alright. See, stuff like that, that is actually quality of life, because like nobody thinks actually like cares about like there being a skill issue of having to meander around your inventory, because like stuff like that is just like busy work. Like the tic-tac-toe inventory is one thing, because that actually does have like some semblance of you have to like move stuff around, and that's not like particularly like taxing like input wise, right? You just click and move. But like filling around with like your stash and inventory stuff is just kind of annoying. And because like I don't think there's not a shortcut in vanilla to actually do that, right? It's just you have to move it into the stash. So it's nice to actually have shortcuts for that now. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna have mana concerns for the next while, because Blood Boil at level 1 is only not even 4 mana. It does do pretty good damage too, and it's multi-damage too. That's a big thing. This is basically I mean, it makes sense. It's basically a corpse explosion. It's a little more fire focused, but that's the basic idea. Alright, so let me go back to Act 1 for a sec. Let me take a look if I can if there's like a skill shrine right next to a portal or something. Jeez. Nice loading times, eh? I load in and like half the dudes are dead. So like, I've definitely seen people playing hardcore had go into a TP or into a waypoint, get a stupid long load time, and then just like die. Because by the time they actually see what's happening, they're already dead, which is so stupid. A huge flaw of this remake. I don't know how that's like tolerable. Because the original game literally doesn't have loading points when going in between areas at all, except when you're going to a new act. Why this game has loading points between every, like, TP is ridiculous. Whenever you're, like, transitioning into a new area at all. Which is kind of criminal, if you ask me. Alright, I want to, I guess I'll kill the Tainted for now. Let's try out this, Defiler. That's what the Defiler is. It's the guy that gives birth. Or rather, he makes demons pregnant that then give birth. I think it's kind of funny that that's the way they did it, because like this way they didn't have to create new models. Makes sense. They just use pre-existing demons, give them a funny purple aura and color to them. So the Defiler, I guess that makes sense that that's why he's the guy that they summon. So he just links demons together. I feel like at low levels, this guy probably isn't very good. But if you can get him up, because like he can probably start mixing, you know, linking together many different things, and the damage probably goes up, I feel like. So I feel like at a low level, this isn't very useful, and I would prefer to just stick with these. But if you like invest in this, it becomes a pretty good skill. Plus, like, I imagine that when you look at the way this is laid out, the Defiler is probably like the best standalone guy, because you don't have to really invest in him, because he doesn't do damage, so he just needs to have some life, which he has a lot of life, you can already see. He has the most life and defense of the three, with the crux being that he doesn't do damage, obviously, but that's because he's basically giving debuffs instead of doing damage. Let's fiddle around with him for a little bit. I probably won't stick with him for very long, because there's not really a need to, but let's see like how good he is at his job. Oh, see, so like he doesn't have to walk up to them to do it. He just casts it on them. That's definitely way better than I was expecting for some reason. I thought he was going to like work exactly like the... Oh, actually, here. I was expecting him to work exactly like the guys. We have to like he has to walk up to them to make them pregnant. See, like this guy can immediately now he can bind 3 of them together, and the damage is 34%. That's a pretty big increase. Plus, I can just use him as an explosion, so like he can still run around and I can still pop him. Like he's still a good target. Like this is an interesting idea. Definitely not much of a boss killer though, given that, you know... Well, I mean, that's not necessarily true, is it? But we'll see. I'm not gonna probably invest into him right now, but I'm kind of curious. It's definitely an interesting idea. If anything, it's almost like, I almost feel like part of the problem too is he's a little passive.
Thanks.
Like, I want him to at least be close to the demons, but since he doesn't do that naturally, if I don't teleport him, he's not going anywhere. So he's probably not actually good for like a dedicated summoner playstyle, I feel like, in that regard. But he's probably, like I said, he's probably a good standalone. Because you can just, like, have him just be doing his thing while you're, like, casting your spells. Or doing your melee attacks. The old Maggot Lair level 1, oh boy. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be actually so much easier as a guy because I can just summon my guys out. Actually, I wonder how that works with multi-spells too, because it's like if they're all linked together and then I cast an AoE that hits all of them, do they all get the damage multiple times? Because that sounds like it would work like that, and it's probably actually pretty good. Definitely an interesting idea for spells and for a type of minion. You just have to be careful not to let your guys die because you're popping them too much. That's kind of the tricky thing, is it's the same thing with, I was talking about with Median XL, where if your minions are dying, it's kind of hard to play. So you have to like really make sure your demons can actually live. And he's definitely stunning them. Like I keep mentioning this. I wonder if Amazon Basin's gonna talk about these new things or not. It kind of does, but like it's not the focus of the site. Alright, anyways, let's just kind of meander about a bit. I want to find that waypoint. Pop. Wait, does it go on both? Oh, I didn't realize that. So when you pop the blood of your demons, I was like trying to aim it at them. I didn't realize that it actually just affects all of your demons all at once. That's actually way nicer than I was expecting. It does mean you don't have as much control, but also that's probably a good thing. I think that's interesting to not have that fine control, because it means you have to kind of work around that. And it makes it less taxing to aim, because you don't have to actually like aim it at one of your guys, right? You just pop it. That's pretty interesting. It also makes it better, because it means if you summon, if you're using the... Once again, though, that's kind of a reason why the goat demon just feels like the best one, because not only is this skill focusing on the elemental damage more, but also your goat guys actually walk up to the dudes you want them to explode. Right? If you're focusing on the tainted, you're probably using something else. Like Deathmark kind of solves that problem in a way, but I think I will probably end up focusing on the goat demons. I think, at least for this playthrough. We'll see. Could always change my mind later. All right. Let's hurry up and find that waypoint. It's up here. I'm just gonna do a little stutter stepping to heal my stamina a bit. Yeah, a couple pops, that does some good damage, and it's cheap. I'm almost surprised they made it even cost mana at all, and then just make it like all focused on your demon's health. Because I would make it like a different kind of resource manager, but it doesn't really matter that much. The mana cost is pretty cheap anyway, so it's not like it's that big a difference. Like this guy is still useful, because when my other guy does walk up to him second and I pop him, I think they all take damage. Like there is some interesting bang for your buck there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Alright, extra gold, don't care. Sell these for moolah. Boom. Oh yeah, well, I totally forgot. So let me see. Control Shift left click to do, or right click to do that. I need to remember it's right click. So right click into left click. Right click, 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 left click. Because I don't want to actually drink a potion. That feels like kind of a flaw of this weird design, but it's not that big a deal. It doesn't look like you can, actually. It specifically doesn't let you. That's good. So there's no confusion there. Should I just bite the bullet? I forget what I actually need. I'll worry about that next time, because I don't remember what the runes are for Malice off the top of my head. I don't want to worry about that, so. Let's go. Well, let's get the Lost City waypoint first, because I'm already here. Like, it's just up there, so. You know, make it eternal night for a little while, you know? Just city boy things. I don't know why I said city boy, but... Get out of there.
My deeds will not be hidden.
Oh, we found the waypoint right away. Nice. That's all I need to see. Alright. Maggot Lair time, boy. What's that? The sun has disappeared forever? It's time to go, you know, dumpster dive into a disgusting tunnel full of maggots. And we can cast it through the wall, too. That's pretty nice, actually. Oh yeah, see, that's my immediate problem, too, with this effect, is that it puts that damage across all the guys, but then also, because they're beetles, they all spark lightning from taking damage. So you have to be kind of careful about that. But also I can just kind of teleport my guys into them, like this. Get in there. And eventually I get the ability to eat corpses to heal them, which basically means you can kind of just pop. It's almost like a multi-stage corpse explosion way. You make your guys explode and then you heal them with the dead bodies. That's kind of funny, actually. I kind of dig it. I just keep popping in. You can do it, buddy. You got your stun. Alright, I kind of went up this way, and now I'm worried that, I always forget if it's clockwise or counterclockwise. I'm pretty sure it's counterclockwise. Maybe I shouldn't have gone up, but whatever. That's going back up, so let's definitely not go that way. Oh god. Pop them! It's nice when you summon them both into the big group and then you just pop them both, and it actually creates a lot of extra damage. Yeah, it is counterclockwise. I'm a little stupid. I thought it was clockwise for a second. I always forget. So that means I should be going to the top left. Unless it swaps between 4s, which I don't remember if it does. Actually, what's nice about this skill too is that in a situation like this, because it doesn't aim, I don't have to actually like, I can just use it, and even if they're behind walls, I just keep killing them. It's actually pretty nice in a way. Definitely not a utility that I would expect, but it definitely means that it definitely feels like this is the character who has as little problem with the Maggot Lair as possible when you consider all of his options. Like compared to, like, say, a Summon Necromancer, this guy doesn't have any of those problems. Like, to play as Summon Necromancer, you pretty much need a teleport staff in this place, because it's just miserable otherwise. But it's definitely like 10 times less of an issue. Okay, can I... get over there. Get over there! There's like literally no room for them. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to town for a second. I literally just pop him a couple times, go. Oh, did I kill him? No, okay. Sounded like he died for a sec.
Hello.
How may I help you?
Nah. Keep the fire one for now. Alright, now we're gonna go back and hopefully they'll have dispersed just a tiny bit so I can actually like teleport them in there. There you go. Fuego. And all that jazz, I don't know. That is not gonna be the way, is it? Oh god. A lot of unique maggots in here, that's for sure. You know, I'm realizing now that the prayer merc is actually doubly nice for this. Because I'm doing damage to my demons myself anyway, so this is helping them out. Prayer merc really helps keep them alive. Alright, let's go back to town again. I'm going to be doing that a lot here, I feel like. Just to speed things up. Because I can't heal them myself until I get that next skill, so... Oh wow, the cost actually goes down? I feel like if you're gonna have a skill like this, you should make it like either scale slightly to make it do slightly more damage, or you should just like, actually in reality, this is probably the kind of skill that should just be a flat amount. Like, if you want it to go down, it should be like a synergy or something, so you have to invest into a different skill at least. Because like, I feel like making this just go down and kind of defeats makes the skill unique. You know what I mean? Like, if I can make this go down to like a tiny amount, it's like, well, at a certain point, it's not really even doing damage anymore, is it? See, this is interesting, because when you're playing a summoner, you can kind of just be like, you can just put into Skeleton Mastery for a while, if you just want, like, even if you're building, you know, running multiple dudes. Skeleton Mastery just kind of solves that problem. But here it's like, well, like, I can start putting more points into the Demonic Mastery again, but the damage increase from this is not very high. And, like, putting points to the Goatman increases the damage a lot more, I feel like. But also, let's just put a point. I'll start, like, the damage increase to level 2 is pretty big, so. Hopefully, what was the stairs? Right, so the stairs should hopefully be up this way. Get over there. Like, it's very funny, I can pop them when they're not even in range. Yeah, there's the thing. Alright, let's go. 4-3. Hey, not too bad. Not too shabby. Let me just double check. How long have I been recording? Alright. Not quite an hour yet. I should be able to get to the... do the... I might actually leave the Claw Viper Temple for next time, because... The rest of the Act 2 isn't that long. Mostly it's gonna be me wondering how the hell I'm gonna have to deal with Duriel. Duriel's gonna rip my guys to shreds again, you know, that's business as usual though. Oh, whoops. Wrong order. I made their blood boil for no reason. Get wrecked, guys. It's nice too, because I can teleport them past them and then just let the Merc kind of handle the guys that run up to me. Alright, boom! Do some damage. Increasing the radius of this skill definitely seems like a good thing too, because it already has a pretty good radius, but like, since you have not that much control over it, or well, not as much control as say some other skills, you definitely want to work around that. Alright, get over there. I'm almost actually taking damage, imagine that. Okay, this guy needs to die. He's somehow like immune to the explosion because he's just in a weird spot. It's just how the Maggot Lair works, you know? Things just kind of stand in spots, and then sometimes they're just kind of arbitrarily immune to shit. Doesn't help that at the end of the day, the maggots are just stupid tanky. They have a lot of life. There we go. Get out of here. Look at this guy. Thinking he's tough shit, just dropping out of the ground. Alright, unfortunately it looks like we got a bit of a longer... I didn't mean to open that. We've got a bit of a longer Maggot Lair level 3. Which is maybe a good thing that I'm gonna cut this episode a little short. I mean, I say that, but the reality is that the rest of the act is gonna come heavily down to how long Arcane Sanctuary ends up being. If we get the first way, it's going to be a short one, but if we get fourth way, it's going to take quite a bit longer. Go over there. Oh, did I just accidentally resummon him? Oops. Might be. I just nerfed him. Not a big deal, but the episode is almost done, so I'm saying the episode, like, it's a funny way to think about it, but you know what I mean. Alright, die, please. You freaking jerks. Get out of here. Well, on the bright side, since I killed him, now I don't really care if I accidentally, like, boil his blood to death, so I can just do this. Die! Let's go back to town for a sec. Just literally just like resummon them all because like I'm out of mana.
Yes.
I don't feel like drinking potions to deal with this. It's easier to do here. Because there's just like a million maggots just chilling out there anyways. See, this looks good, but also slow attack speed, so I don't really care. Alright, let's go back and start popping booze. Yeah, the gold mine is definitely the best one for this, and like, I guess it's probably more akin to say the tainted is probably the worst for this because he like if on the bright side, I guess if I teleport him next to a dude, he's not gonna walk around at all. He's just gonna stand still and shoot them. So like, at least there's no confusion there. But yeah, I think that works. It's gonna be it for this episode. Let's see here. Yeah. Alright. Well, let me check the shops for a second. So let's do this. I love doing that. One of the nice things about having the extra things now is I can just kind of leave it there. Oh, also, he can use stealth now, so let's give him that. I'll help him out. Imagine Hatchet giving him armor. Crazy. He's gonna up. He's moving faster. He's got faster hit recovery and I don't know, magic damage reduction. The poison resist is actually pretty nice for mercs, like I always say. Matters more for them than it does for me. Other than that, I'm kind of just rocking this basic shit I have because it gives just damage reduction for both by 1. Hey Elzix, you got any good helmets for me? I swear, if you find any good helmets from the shops in this act, it's always from Elzix. Oh, stability armor. I forgot I can find those that early. 24% fast hickory is not bad this early on. Ooh, lightning resist 25% on boots. Plus, like this. What was the other thing I saw? Is it a belt? Yeah, the belt with 30% cold res. That's not bad. I feel like mana is less of a concern now. It's like, you know what? And you too. Like that is a nice boost to my resistances right there. Alrighty. Off screen I'll probably just do some shopping at what's his face, Drognin, to maybe try to find a better dagger or something. I don't know. We'll see. Something that is like better than just +1 to Blood Oath. And I mean the 1 to mana after each kill is nice, but it's not as much of an issue anymore because Blood Bowl is pretty cheap. But yeah, that'll be it for this episode. See you guys later.